Hello everyone. Welcome to Python Challenge for All. Okay, so let's see what is today's topic. Today's topic is lesson 115, Gödel numbering. Okay, Gödel. Yeah, do you know this name? Kurt Gödel. He was a great, scientist and invented this system. Uh, I will explain that a little later, but for the proof of input incompleteness theorem, okay? The let's take a look at the Wikipedia first. So Gödel numbering to this topic is, yes, kind of numbering system to assign from each, yeah, a Gödel number is a unique natural number assigned to each English word or string. In fact, the use of it is that we assign Gödel number to any programming source code and show that any source code can be uh, unique and have different number, and that leads to the proof of incompleteness theorem. But let's just uh, quickly understand that it is anyway an encoding system in which a number is assigned to each symbol or mathematical notation. And let me explain about a little detail of it. So, given a string, which consists of multiple characters, and for each character, position n, we count the character from position 0, position 1, position 2, and find its position k in the alphabet. So in the position k in the alphabet, meaning A is number 1, B is number 2, all the way up to Z as number 26. This is k. So take the nth prime number, okay, and raise it to the power of k. That's the computation. The product of all those terms is the Gödel number of the string. That's quite difficult. So let's think of a string Japan, okay? So think that Japan has 5 letters, and J, for example, the first letter, is the 10th letter in the alphabet. A is the first letter, P is the 16th, A again is the first, N is 14th. So we calculate this, these numbers. These are K, and then we have a series of prime numbers starting from 2, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Okay, these are these n comes. Okay, for first letter J, we take prime number 2 and then raise it to the 10th power because the first letter J is the 10th letter in the alphabet. Next, we use 3 for the second letter, second character, and then raise it to, only 1 because A is the first letter. As for the third letter, P, we use 5 as the base, raise it to the 16th power because P is a 16th character in the alphabet. Okay. Next, 7, fourth prime number, which corresponds to the fourth letter in Japan, raised to only once because A is 1. And then the last letter, N, we use the fifth prime number, 11, and raised to the power of 14 because N is 14th power. A little confusing? Yeah, but I hope you'll understand it. Well, use your pencil and do it in your own way. And we calculate the product of all these numbers calculated as a very big number, as you can guess. But this is the Gödel number corresponding to this 5-letter string Japan. Okay? 5-letter word Japan. Such a big word, but should be unique to this string. And actually, as we will see, no other string in the world will produce the same Gödel number. Okay, so thinking this idea or definition in mind, let's try to code a function that computes this Gödel number given any string or word. Can you think about it? Yes, please think of it. This will be a homework for next time. First, we need to, yeah, if you think you can, please stop the video and try yourself. Okay, first thing we need to do is we need to generate a list of the prime numbers. Maybe if the length of the maximum longest word is, say, 10, we need a list up to 10 prime numbers. So just in case, let's think about for, say, 100, let's calculate a list of first 100 prime numbers. Can you do it? Yeah, we did it a long time ago, so I think you can do it. Let's do it on the collaboratory. So let's make a list of first 100 prime numbers. Can you do it? We initialize the list as empty, and for, say, n in range starting from 2 to 1000, okay? And we'll check how many factors or factors does n has. We can check that by finding out, okay, factors. We did it once. So for, k for k in range, say, from 1 to n plus 1, if n divided by, the remainder of the n divided by k equals 0, that's a factor. Okay, right? So let's check up to 10 and check it. Okay, so here 1. Okay, let's write n first and then run it. So this is 2 has 2 factors, 3 has 3 factors, 4 has 4, these factors. Okay, so maybe instead of this, we can start from 0, from 2, from 1, from 2 to and up to n. So this way, we can check that only the primes have no k's. And whereas these compound numbers have more than 0, okay, factors. So this is a way to check that the if length of factors or factors is, . Yeah, by doing this, we can only pick up prime numbers. So this is the way to do prime list. Okay, if in this case we put it into PL, append n, and then if length of PL is say 100 or 100 break. Okay, so this way we can make PL and check the length is correct. So this way, no, I see 1000 maybe. So this way we can make a list of say 100 first primes up to 541. Okay, this is enough, I think. Or, of course, we can do it using list comprehension. This is the second way. Uh, and for n in range, say 2 to 1000. No, maybe 540, 544, I don't know. But if, yeah, this way, this part. Um, if this is empty, we put it in a list. And this is the simplest way. Yeah, we copy it from up here to check that this is correct. Is this correct? Okay, yeah, that's just the same. 100 going up to 541. Okay, so this is what we did as the first to do. And letter index. We can calculate the letter index by odd C minus odd A plus 1. Yeah, we can check that by say, if the letter is, if the character is say C, then print odd C minus odd, by the way, okay, A plus 1. Okay, let's see what this is. We don't need this. So this is 3, meaning C is 1, A is 1, okay, Z is 26. So this is correct. So these are some of the things we need to as preparation. So I'll stop here, homework, continue and test with Japan. Make a function to compute the Gödel number and test with Japan, Tokyo, and something like that. Okay, that's all for today. We'll continue next time. I mean, in the meantime, please try yourself. Bye-bye.